Welcome, Pisces. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do a reading for you. And I've started with a couple of oracles. As I often do, I have a few tarot cards pre-selected or that I have already picked, and I will clarify with another tarot deck and finish with an oracle card. So thank you so much for being here. Let's get started with the Crystal Spirit Oracle. And I pulled one of my absolute favorite stones, lapis lazuli. Number 30 relates to the Empress card. It reduces down to the number 3 in the High Arcana. And that's all about being in the flow, not only being productive, working hard because you know how things work, but also recognizing and allowing yourself to receive the recognition for and the reward for the work that you do, not allowing yourself to be taken for granted, but centralizing your presence in those actions you take, what you produce. So I'm going to read from the guidebook about lapis lazuli just a little bit because there's a lot here. And I'm focusing on the prosperity message. You are one, unified in consciousness, always interconnected and always able to draw on the natural affluence we share. There's plenty to go around. If you're feeling disconnected from the conscious universe and its infinite abundance, you might find it difficult to recognize the prosperity that is yours and the opportunities available to you. Be still and ask the conscious universe to be with you, to heal your sense of scarcity, allowing you to remember you always have enough and are enough. Trust that you will experience revelations and recognize what's been there all along. Your natural state is to feel the wealth inherent in the universe, created in a lush world. Connect and remember, asking to be awakened out of spiritual amnesia. Meditation with the stone allows us to connect with the sovereign within. It allows access to that part of us that knows and is willing to share knowledge and guide us, not to what we want, but instead to what we need. Well, that's a sobering thought. What we want versus what we need. Very interesting. I think this is in some part a reflection of your connection to the divine, your ability, Pisces, legend, in recognizing the interconnection between all things. So the idea that the universe provides you with what you need is instructive because I think you are able to draw a through line between your wants and your needs. And from the soul's journey, we have envy. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. And this is talking quite a bit about the way others perceive your powerfulness, your ability to flow, to relate, to connect, and also your own, perhaps observant of what others have and regret that you don't feel that you have access to things that you would like to have, that you want. So this is, again, emphasizing that our experience is unique to us. The universe provides us with what we need. What we want may be some way of appearing to be like others, appearing to be a part of a community that we feel we belong to. And some of the things that go along with that sense of belonging can inspire a sense of envy for those that seem more connected in a way that we might want to be. But it also does speak about the reciprocal sense. Envy, not quite as harsh as jealousy, more about wishing that we had what others have or appear to have, and about wanting to be included. In the present, the Hierophant, number 5. You are in a position to provide the keys of knowledge, information, awareness, consciousness to others. You are in a position to inspire others or to inform others in a way that they would not be able to access without your presence. Your perspective, your willingness to give, to open doors, to unlock locks is particular to your maturation and to your purpose on earth. So I do feel that you are including whole groups, whole communities of people, and providing them the access to some amazing treasures. And the treasures feel like they're around knowledge, skills, opportunities to do for self, to be self-created, to be sovereign within themselves based on information that you open up to them. You are not the door or you may be the door, but you are not the container of all the information or knowledge that others are seeking that you're providing. But you open up the way to gain that knowledge relevant to those individuals that need it. In the past, the Seven of Swords, I see envy as something that you've dealt with quite a bit. Perceived by others to have amazing qualities of not only love and belonging, but of intelligence, truth, the pursuit of truth, the pursuit of what is right, of what is fair, of justice, this perhaps integrity that you exhibit and have exhibited in the past is something others respect. They don't necessarily understand or feel safe or get it. And that is something that you perhaps have had to not battle, but work against in some ways so that you stopped internalizing the sense that people didn't want you in their club, their group, or they didn't understand your ideas or your actions in some way that made you feel a powerful sense of rejection. But you no longer internalize those feelings, those ideas. You recognize that what you have is valuable and necessary to someone, if not to those that are rejecting you. You don't rely on the acceptance of others or others getting your ideas to stop you or to block you from moving forward with a productive, powerful idea. And the ability to gather the resources on your own without those who seek to dismiss you, not take you seriously, think you're not worthy or adequate or smart enough. In the future, the Page of Cups and the Three of Wands, I apologize if you hear my stomach rumbling. This is describing the way that you are going ahead, moving forward despite the resistance of others to simply be yourself. You're kind of going back to basics. If you're being rejected, if you're not being included in some way to build this resource for others, and I believe that you're finding a way to be that access to information and opportunity for others, you're simply going back to your basic. Your basic is creativity, is imagination, is connection. You can connect with anything or anybody, and that is your source of strength. That's what allows you to connect to those that others have dismissed as unworthy or not important enough. You recognize the importance and value of everything. You're willing and able to reach communities that others don't even care about, overlook all the time, don't think they have something to contribute. You know better. And you're willing to learn. You're not looking for what's easy, what's safe, what's been done before. You're willing to look at places where you are going to be required to grow and to learn. After all, learning is about teaching, and teaching is about learning who you're teaching. So this is, you recognize the growth potential in doing it your way, being playful, being light, recognizing the ability of even so-called children or those that are considered inferior or not worthy of the resource you have to offer. You recognize that power, that imaginative power that is contained within those audiences or communities. This is really beautiful. If this reading is resonating for you at this time, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all your comments and gratitude, so thank you for being here. I'm going to clarify the Seven of Swords in the past with a couple of cards. And Three of Pentacles and Five of Pentacles. And for the Hierophant, 2 cards, please. Ooh, the Wheel of Fortune and the Devil, the Four of Wands, Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. Okay. Your present is loaded with potential right now. I do feel you casting off some old habits and patterns that are very consistent with the larger global energies of developing new relationships, casting off outgrown patterns. So in the past, the Seven of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles, yeah, through your own ability and willingness to collaborate with new communities beyond the expectations that you were given. And for many of you, the expectations were manageable. You can have exceeded those expectations and are now to a place of growing, co-creating, collaborating with peers, with those who share your ambitions, that share your work ethic, that are interested in creating something that provides practical resources and support to others, but also is a thing of beauty, is replicable, can be repeated. You have put yourself into action in a particular way that takes you far beyond the world that you were given or the expectation that you have, that was a part of a lifestyle. And that lifestyle is already quite likely alternative in some way. This can be family of origin. You were exposed to unusual, new, alternative ideas through your family of origin, but you are creating and activating some kind of empowerment, collaborative empowerment towards a new lifestyle, likely in the service of a new world, a new set of circumstances that those who raised you, those who took care of you, were not aware of, or circumstances were different then. In the present, the Hierophant is clarified by the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune. If you are establishing or rising into the place of your own commitment to working as some kind of social authority, someone who is able to literally provide access to others on a social level, you are releasing yourself from old rules and regulations, from old ways of doing things. You are rejecting the powers that be at many levels, and you're busy constructing the framework for this new way of sharing knowledge. On the surface, that can easily relate to the power of the internet, the way in which we're able to be in multiple places at one time, anywhere in the world, and the ways that this is divine time. There's a sense of your own destiny at play at this time, the direction or redirection of your energies towards something that is beneficial to other communities beyond the community that you inhabit or that you were raised in. But there is a sense that you recognize the safety of the status quo, and you are rejecting that. The status quo represents the cutting off of learning, of expansion. This is about contraction. So the planet Saturn is all about form and structure. It is not about the expansion of learning and growth. Growth and learning are about opening up, rising above, taking in more, learning from those that are different, not being afraid of what is different. Going against the rules. You are a maverick, and this is your time. Boy, this is exciting to me. I'm so curious as to what many of you are up to these days. And for the Three of Wands and the Page of Cups, the Knight of Swords, and the Four of Pentacles, I feel as though you are exploring a way to ground and to create a foundation for this new growth that you are, or this new learning, this new access to information that you are promoting, that you are sponsoring in some way. This requires active communication and dialogue, discussion, conversations, even part of a discourse around new opportunities to share knowledge, to share information that is empowering, to create new knowledge as well. And you recognize this is the foundation of your future endeavor. The action you're taking is towards creating this solid ground, this solid platform from which to continue your exploration regarding new ideas, alternatives, new languages, new ways to communicate what you're learning, new means of transport. This is an interesting idea that just popped up. So the idea that there are lots of ways to travel, not just via the internet, but perhaps in real time. You may be personally developing your psychic abilities to astral project or to jump timelines, to be in other locations during other times, particularly in your own life, to recall a past life, to inhabit some aspect of it that you need right now. So this is focusing to me on your ability to meditate. And meditation, I believe, is a means of clearing away the excess noise and to finding our essential nature, our essential loving nature. And that can spark our curiosity, our imagination, and our creativity. But this is a result of being who we truly are. Some would call this the inner child, but that's the basis. That's the empowerment that you would like to provide for others. This is really something. Well, Pisces, I hope this has been insightful to you. I'm going to pull a botanical inspiration to finish up this reading. Ooh. And I pulled the Venice Mallow, Delicate Fleeting Beauty. I believe Cancer got this hibiscus card. I love mallows. I have a giant wrangling mallow in my front yard. It has pink flowers. When life is not coming up roses, look to the weeds and find the beauty hidden within them. If anyone can do this, Pisces, it is you. So thank you for this reading. I hope this has been helpful. I'm sending you blessings and love. Until next time, namaste.